of Commerce Board of Directors, it is my pleasure to welcome you today to the 2022 Miranda State of the Town Ritz-Carlton Dove Mountain. I'm Dr. Monica Fowler, Chair of the Miranda Chamber of Commerce and owner of Fowler Chiropractic, a local business operating in our community for more than a decade. We look forward to this event each year, and it always sells out due to the hard work and preparation by a great team of professionals. Yes, definitely a thank you to the Miranda Chamber of Commerce staff, the Town of Marana communications team, and the many, many volunteers who gave their time to this event. In addition, it would not be possible without the support of the community and businesses. So I would like to highlight our two signature sponsors, Cal Portland and Tucson Association of Realtors. For several years, Cal Portland has exemplified their commitment to our community through their signature sponsorship of the State of the Town. This year, we are grateful for the continuation of their commitment. We are excited to celebrate with Cal Portland that for 10 years, the Rito Cement Plant has received Energy Star certification. Congrats to Mark Simmons and the team on this accomplishment. Please join me again for another round of applause to thank Cal Portland. Now please welcome Jeff Hepp to share a few words from the Tucson Association of Realtors.
Good afternoon, and hello, my name is Jeff Hepp, and I'm the Vice President of the Tucson Association of Realtors. Thank you to the Miranda Chamber for having us here today at the Miranda Chamber State of the Town Luncheon. And how was the expo? Did very many, hopefully many of you went there, possibly saw the Tucson Realtors. Thank you for having us for that. We are so thankful to be co-signature sponsors with Cal Portland, and we do hope all of you enjoy and value your time in this program today. And wow, isn't the Ritz-Carlton a beautiful property, right? And what a wonderful location. I mean, if you haven't been here or you forgot what it looked like since the last time you were here, what a wonderful location. And when you think of location in real estate, and here most economic or state of the town reports, housing is at the top of the list of items with many needs, and Marana is no different. Marana has experienced some of the highest housing price increases in our area this past year, and this makes the Marana Chamber and the Tucson Association Realtors partnership extremely important. Why? Well, that partnership creates a relationship for our realtor members who focus on the Northwest area market, including longtime Marana community advocate Jenny Huffman, Marana Chamber member and Tucson Association of Realtors member Brenda Bowers, and our MLS Multiple Listing Services of Southern Arizona Vice President and member Lisa Sullivan, among many others. In growing, yes, of course, clap for that, yes. In growing that partnership, we asked the Miranda Chamber and the Town of Marana to invite our members and our association to walk alongside to be a resource and help bring solutions. Likewise, it is comforting to know that as Chamber partners, our members are welcome to be connected with the Miranda Chamber by using its building, connecting to the school district, collaborating with local leaders, and more. This is a benefit for both of our organizations and the full community, and we at the Tucson Association of Realtors appreciate that cooperation. We also appreciate the opportunity to work with the Miranda Chamber and the Town of Marana on affordable, attainable workforce housing issues, other community development efforts, and community outreach projects as well. There are and have been many who focus on a lot of community needs, but I believe it will be our growing teamwork and partnership that will help make a bigger and better difference. We are thankful for our members, the Marana Chamber and its members, the Town of Marana and its leaders, as we seek opportunities to better connect and do good things together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. Finally, it is my pleasure to introduce today's Master of Ceremonies, Dan Mari, evening news anchor at KOLD News 13, where he has been keeping Miranda informed since 1999. Wow. Look at that smile on his face. Dan is deeply involved in our community, and each year, we are grateful for his enthusiasm and commitment to this event. Welcome, Dan.
Well, how's everybody doing today? How's that salad? Pretty good, huh? Happy Friday Eve. It is really my pleasure and my privilege and my honor to be here with you today. You know, each year this event highlights the community and some of the community partners working to ensure that Marana is an incredibly special place to live. Many of you here today exemplify that culture, and I want to thank each and every one of you for your contributions to the wonderful town of Marana. We gather today to look ahead to the community that we strive to become. We've already had so much to be proud of, but there's so much more to be done. Together we set the foundation for growth. Marana is the fastest growing community in southern Arizona because people want to be here. For good reason as well. Today we envision our full potential together. This event is possible due to the strong sense of community and business and people that are investing in our future. So thank you to the sponsors of this afternoon's event. In addition to our signature sponsors we've already mentioned, we're grateful for the support of the following businesses. Our diamond sponsors, Anstar Productions Group, Bear, CTI, HSL Properties, Hughes Federal Credit Union, Management and Training Corporation, Pima Federal Credit Union, Trico Electric Cooperatives, the Ritz-Carlton Dove Mountain, and TEP. So a round of applause for those. In addition to today's, we got our Ruby sponsors, that's Corner Connect, Mattamy Homes, MHC Healthcare, Marana Main's Health Center, Southwest Gas Corporation, University of Arizona, and Visiting Angels. Please, thank you very much. These companies and organizations listed in the program and on the screens around us have invested in our community, and we'd like to thank you for being here, for your commitment to Marana. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize a few folks in the audience today. We've got several elected officials with us, and I'd like each one of them to stand up and be recognized for your service to our community. So please, any elected officials, please stand and rise so we can recognize you as well. Finally, I'd like to take a moment to recognize members of the armed forces, veterans, and emergency first responders who are joining us today. Thank you for your service and for your service to Marana and our country. Please stand and be recognized as well. Well, now that you just sat down, please stand. And the Pledge of Allegiance by Marana Police Department and Northwest Fire District, followed by the national anthem to be sung by the Marana High School Chorus.
creation, we come before you today to give you your honor and praise. Oh Lord, you are the source of all that is good. You are the source of all our blessings. Thank you for every good gift that we have been given through your holiness. And we thank you for the opportunity to come together this day. And we ask for your hand of blessing on this gathering and our meal. We ask that you would guide and direct the people of our wonderful town of Miranda and the surrounding communities so that it is filled with your wisdom, productivity, and care for one another. Lord, thank you for helping us in our work so as to accomplish our goals, and may our goals be established in you. Give us thankful hearts of what we have been given, and give us the compassion to give to others. Help us to be steadfast in our vocations, ever mindful that you are always with us. And Lord, make your light to shine upon us and grant us newness of life today and always. And so I pray, O Lord, in the power of your Holy Spirit, to continue to provide your grace and blessings on our work, our families, our friendships, our civil and governmental leaders, our volunteers, our businesses, our Chamber of Commerce, our farmers, our schools, our military, our police officers, our firefighters, our medical professionals, our churches, and all people throughout this land. I pray this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Pastor Doug. May be seated. Pastor Doug is ready to sing with the way the world's going right now, we can all use a little extra prayer. Well, I will be back up here about 10 to 15 minutes. Until then, break bread, make some new friends, enjoy your lunch. The program will begin in a few minutes. So thank you for being here. I'll be right back.
Welcome to Miranda's State of the Town Address. Our theme this year is Moving Forward.
We're moving forward with new growth opportunities.
We're moving forward with new adventures.
We're moving forward with sustainability in mind.
Whether you're new to our town
or lifelong member of the community,
we welcome you on this journey into our future, where 5-star service supports our unparalleled quality of life.
We have expanded our police facilities and added more police officers to keep us safe.
As one of the first accredited agencies in the state of Arizona, I am proud to say that the town of Marana is one of the safest. Here at the Marana PD, our mission statement is to provide unparalleled service, unwavering protection, with uncompromised integrity to every person in the town of Marana. And as the town grows, this mission will remain resolute. And that's important because
we've experienced a great deal of economic growth, and our population has grown by more than 50% in the last decade, owing in large part to our supportive business climate, high quality of life, and ideal location between the Tucson and Phoenix metro areas. We're investing in future infrastructure, working with area schools to develop our workforce to meet the needs of today's and tomorrow's economy, forging partnerships throughout the region and the state, and creating business incentive programs. These initiatives have led to the attraction and expansion of several major economic drivers and major employers to Marana. We now have our sights set on Marana Main Street, where we hope to build a vibrant downtown district so you can continue making lasting memories in our town.
Not only that, we've streamlined the development services process here at the Town of Marana with online submittals to get you moving with your project quickly. We've also expedited our permitting and building inspection process to bring you faster results, because it's not just homes and businesses we're building in Marana.
We have built more park facilities to increase the fun and interaction of families.
This year we start design of a state-of-the-art community center and aquatics facility for our residents to enjoy for generations to come. Our main objective is to provide a wide variety of recreational opportunities that will suit any of our community's needs. So if you're touring our parks, splashing around in the splash pads, hiking on the scenic trails, or taking in the sights at the El Rio Preserve, we've got a little something for everyone to enjoy in this beautiful environment. And speaking of our environment,
sustainability is on everyone's mind as we look into our future. Our environment is precious. As a designated provider, Marana Water is required to maximize the use of renewable supplies. We have ensured the next 100 years of water supply, And now we look to acquire additional renewable water resources so future generations can thrive.
We've also improved our road work. We're widening roads, building interchanges, and making it safer for people to move about our community.
This year we are embarking on preparation of a 20-year transportation master plan that will create a roadmap for providing the infrastructure needed for the next 20 years and identify funding strategies. The town takes pride in maintaining our existing infrastructure. This year, 81 lane miles of roadway will be maintained through our pavement preservation program, as well as maintaining sidewalks, traffic signals, traffic signs, and striping. Current ongoing high priority projects include Tangerine Road east of I-10 and Twin Peaks Road west of Silverbell. Those projects are in the design phase.
There's a lot going on in Marana.
So much.
With so much to look forward to.
I hope you enjoy the address today, and thank you very much for coming.
As if he doesn't need an introduction, but let's do so. Mayor Honey is the third generation of a 5-generation Marana family and has served on the council 3 different occasions. He worked for the U.S. Postal Service in Marana as a contractor for 29 years before retiring back in 2007. Mayor Honey is a member of the Pima Association of Governments, including chair in 2014, and the chair of the Regional Transportation Authority, the RTA. He serves on the executive board of the Arizona League of Cities and Towns and is a member of Arizona Town Hall, Central Arizona Association of Governments, the Arizona Association of Economic Development, the Marana Optimist Club, and Miranda Chamber of Commerce. He formerly served on the Marana Health Center and Marana Food Bank boards. Mayor Honey is a graduate of Marana High School, the U.S. Naval School of Construction, and Pima Community College. He served in the U.S. Navy Seabees during the Vietnam War and is a lifetime member of VFW Post 5990 in Marana. The mayor is an outdoor enthusiast and an avid hiker and can be found most days on one of the many trails that run throughout the Marana community. He has 2 children and 3 grandchildren. Please welcome Marana Mayor Ed Honey.
You know, it's such an honor to be here. How about the beautiful Ritz-Carlton? You know, we're so proud of this resort. It has been the #1 resort in Arizona several times over the last 10 years, and a couple times it's been the #1 resort in the entire nation. So we're very proud of this facility. I'm very happy to be here today. I'm just going to welcome you, and then Mr. Marius is going to come up, Dan's going to come up and introduce 3 speakers, and then I will come back at the end. I want to tell you I got to choose the speakers, so don't hold it against them. Dr. Dan Streeter from MUSD, Brian Hightower, CEO of Trico Electric, and Amanda Wiggins, the President and CEO of our Miranda Chamber of Commerce. So I'm going to sit down right now, let these 3 individuals speak, and then I will come back and speak to you something more specifically town-related. Thank you.
Amanda, would you like to speak first? Oh, this is why I have a producer at work who talks in my ear. Thank you, Mayor Honey, appreciate it. Brian Hightower has been Trico Electric Cooperative CEO, General Manager since April of 2021. Brian has worked for electric co-ops for more than 3 decades, including 23 years as CEO. Prior to joining Trico, he served as the CEO of High West Energy for 10 years, which serves members in southeast Wyoming, western Nebraska, and northern Colorado, including the Warren Air Force Base in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Prior to his service at High West Energy, Brian served in numerous positions in the electric co-op industry. He has also been actively involved in the communities where he's lived, serving on the governing boards of 3 local chambers, 3 economic development organizations, 2 hospitals, 2 Rotary clubs, and a local local bank, and served nonprofit organizations as well. Brian has 4 children, ages 25 and 21, and he also has 2 sets of twins. His partner of 6 years is Marge Kramer. Please welcome Brian Hightower.
Well, I'm happy to be here today to talk about Trico Electric Cooperative's long-standing and strong relationship with the town of Marana. I moved to Marana 1 year and 1 week ago today. And I couldn't imagine a better place to live and work. I felt truly welcomed and feel right at home here in Marana. And that's thanks to many of you in the room here today. As a matter of my background, as Dan mentioned, I worked for electric cooperatives for more than 3 decades. So whether it's farm co-ops or food co-ops, credit unions, or electric cooperatives, we all serve communities without the pressure of making profits for external shareholders. Trico began as a nonprofit in 1945, started by 7 farmers and ranchers in Abra Valley, and has grown to more than 45,000 members today. I'm proud to say that Trico has a long history, over 75 years, of being a strong community partner and supporter of Marana and throughout our service territory here in southern Arizona. Since 1983, the Trico Foundation has awarded $3.1 million in education scholarships to our members and their families. Trico's Power Grants program has provided $700,000 in funding to local nonprofit organizations in our community, such as Marana Healthcare and Marana Unified School District. Additionally, many of our employees are involved in the community's activities such as youth league coaches, leaders in our churches and local nonprofits, and they're active in the business community, such as through our local Chamber of Commerce. It's the strength of the cooperative business model that our design purpose is to meet the needs of local people. Our theme today is looking forward. Like Miranda, Trico values innovation, and we live that value by continuously improving how we serve our members. With dynamic leadership and strong commitment to economic development, Miranda is booming, and we look forward to partnering in this progress. We are investing in facilities that deliver power to members' homes and businesses. And I'm happy to share that over the next 4 years, Trico will be investing almost $70 million to continue improving our electric infrastructure. Some highlights from this plan, much of which will take place here in Marana, include connecting over 4,000 homes and businesses and constructing almost 34 miles of new line between our distribution substations. This will allow us to route power from different directions to reduce and limit outages. We are building a new substation delivery point, which will be north of Tangerine Road and east of I-10. It's named our Adonis substation. And we're also upgrading our Marana substation for system improvement and to position us well for growth. As a nonprofit, our mission is to make sure that service is cost-effective and sustainable. So regarding the word sustainability, I want to mention a couple of success stories. The way we look at sustainability at Trico is that it includes providing reliable service as well as being good stewards of our environment. There are approximately 900 electric cooperatives in the United States, serving in almost every county. And we're gratified that Trico's electric distribution system is in the top 25% for reliability of service. Trico is also not only one of the largest and fastest growing cooperatives in the nation, we're also considered one of the leaders in terms of transitioning our cooperative to a more sustainable energy mix. Trico's community scale solar systems provide 45 million kilowatt hours per year of renewable energy, or enough to power 4,500 homes. Located just down the road, or just down the way on Tangerine Road, right next to our headquarters, is Trico's community solar farm. It was constructed in 2011 and is one of the first community solar farms built in the country. Avion Solar went into service in 2018 and is located near the Marana Airport. It's a 10 megawatt solar generating facility that can provide energy to power 3,000 homes. By the summer of 2023, it will also include a 15 megawatt battery energy storage system. Currently under construction is Chirion Solar and Battery Storage Facility located in Canal County near Saddlebrook. This facility will be completed this summer and will provide energy to an additional 3,000 homes and include a 15 megawatt battery energy storage system. At Trico, we believe that connection powers our purpose, and this connection brings us together as a community with the understanding that we can do more together than we can do by ourselves. We're dedicated to continuing to invest in sustainable, cost-effective energy and contributing to the future and quality of life in Marana. Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. I need to call you. That sounds like a great story. Battery storage stuff, so thank you. Well, Dr. Dan Streeter is in his second year as superintendent for the Marana Unified School District. Prior to coming to MUSD, Dr. Streeter served 5 years as a superintendent for Humboldt Unified School District. That's Yavapai County's largest school district. During that time, Dr. Streeter led a major strategic reform plan focused on redefining, redesigning, and reimagining education. That included the collaborative development of a strategic plan focused on a system-wide vision of 21st century education, consisting of focusing on collaborative teaching and learning environments, high-quality instruction, standards reference reporting, and competency-based education. Dr. Streeter earned a doctorate in educational leadership from Northern Arizona University with research emphasis in personalized learning environments. Additionally, he received his National Superintendent Certificate from the American Association of School Administrators as part of the 2019 West Coast cohort and serves as a member of the AASA Personalized Learning Cohort. Currently, Dr. Streeter serves as the president for the Superintendent's Division of the Arizona School Administrators Association. Dr. Streeter and his wife Emily have 2 children, Colin and Kate. Colin attends UCLA and Kate is attending Mountain View High School. Please welcome Dr. Dan Streeter.
Good afternoon. My name is Dan Streeter, and I am proud to serve this community as the superintendent of the Marana Unified School District. While the town of Marana boasts a rich history full of tradition, it is the vision for the future that excites all of us in this room today. It is the combination of culture, nature, and opportunity that has created this high-quality sense of place with a future-focused vision. The Marana Unified School District mirrors this history, vision, and trajectory, which started as a small schoolhouse in Rolito in 1889 and evolved into the Union High School building and later into the Marana Elementary School District, has now evolved into the MUSD that you know today. Today, we are one of the largest school districts in Pima County, serving over 12,500 students in 18 different schools and growing. We support 1,800 employees, including over 700 teachers. We work closely with the Parks and Recreation Department, the Economic Development and Tourism Office, the Chamber of Commerce, and numerous regional and local business partners. In essence, we are your community school district. With that said, it is undeniable that these past 2 years have proved to be infinitely challenging. It's important to acknowledge those challenges because as we had to endure those, much like each of you had to endure similar or identical challenges, we have always kept an eye on the future, much like everyone in this room. You see, while we were dealing with ever-changing models of remote learning, hybrid learning, a full return to in-person learning that took their toll on students, staff, and our parents, while we were engaged in the debates regarding masking and contact tracing, which proved to be taxing, grueling, and downright divisive, we were looking ahead with an eye on the future. We celebrated Teacher of the Year award winners. We continued our work with the University of Notre Dame's STEM department. Our graduates earned over $21 million in scholarships and 141 industry certifications from our CTE departments. We expanded partnerships with community businesses and agencies. We work to identify future opportunities with the town of Miranda. We were, and we are, full speed ahead. As we think about the state of the town and the state of MUSD, I would ask you this. How would you answer this question? What skills will our students need to have when they graduate from MUSD? Now, in the interest of time, I'm not going to ask you to share out at your tables and compare your answers and share out in the whole group and engage in a comprehensive strategic planning process. But I will guess that you're thinking of skills like critical thinking, communication, collaboration, creativity, problem solving. How about just punctuality? These are common themes that I have in my conversations with local and regional industry leaders. And if I asked you, what experiences do we need to provide to our students in order to best develop these skills? I would guess that you would like to see our students engage in relevant project-based learning opportunities, engage in real-world internship opportunities with local and regional industry partners, and in learning activities that bring our business community into our schools. So as I think about the symbiotic relationship that exists between the town and the school district, it is exciting for me to know that we are all looking forward. And in that spirit, the state of the Miranda Unified School District and the future of the Miranda Unified School District includes a strong focus on developing early literacy skills for our students with an expansion of our preschool programs into each of our elementary school sites. A continued focus on relevant, rigorous, and innovative academics that prioritize the development of critical future-focused skills through project-based learning. An intentional move towards developing key town and business partnerships that will prepare our students to directly contribute to and enhance our local and regional industry needs. And finally, a focus on addressing future growth by developing learning environments that match the desired pedagogy for student skill development through new school construction, strategic repurposing of existing schools, and updating our current schools. You see, we have a tremendous opportunity in front of us. We have an opportunity to cultivate a true cradle-to-career community. We have an opportunity to collectively and collaboratively provide a direct link between our schools and the needs and opportunities within our own local business community. That's where we are headed, and hopefully where we are headed with each of you. Thank you.
As a parent of MSU students, and my oldest son went to Ironwood Elementary, my youngest is now, my middle is now at Twin Peaks K-8, and I'll tell you what, MUSD is a wonderful school district. Great teachers, great staff, so thank you, Dr. Streeter, for all you do for our community. Now, Amanda Wiggins is the president and CEO of the Miranda Chamber of Commerce, working alongside a 16-member board of directors to lead the chamber in furthering its mission as the voice of business, working to build economic growth and quality of life in the Miranda community. She values serving the community as an active member of the Junior League of Tucson. As an experienced community leader, Amanda Wiggins and her family relocated last year to Marana from Tallahassee, Florida, where for more than 7 years she had various roles within the greater Tallahassee Chamber of Commerce. Amanda is the proud wife of Dylan Wiggins and mother to Elliot and Theodore. Please welcome Amanda Wiggins.
I'm excited to stand in front of you today, asked by Mayor Honey, to share a look ahead on behalf of the Miranda Chamber of Commerce and the business community. Your Miranda Chamber of Commerce has covered a lot of ground in the last year, and much like the town of Miranda, we are not slowing down. Today, I'm excited to highlight a few of the internal accomplishments and a look ahead into the ever-increasing external impact of the Marana Chamber. To begin with, as some of you may know, today is my 4th day back to the office, following a period of parental leave after the birth of my son Theodore. So I've basically gone from having 0 adult conversations in the last 6 weeks to speaking to nearly 500 of you today. Did I tell you I was excited to be here? In all seriousness, I'm immensely proud to have worked alongside our incredible board of directors to adopt a family-focused and inclusive parental leave policy for the current and future team members of the Marana Chamber of Commerce. In addition, to ensure our organization moves forward as quickly as our community, our board and staff recently went through a rigorous and successful strategic planning session. We will continue our reputation of transparency and accountability by sharing that 3-year strategic plan through our website. Today, I am excited to share 3 of the primary goal statements with you. First, the Marana Chamber of Commerce will be an integral part of the Marana community and the greater Southern Arizona region through active participation, informed advocacy, and collaboration. Next, the Marana Chamber of Commerce will evolve into an organization that is essential to the well-being and success of every business in Marana and surrounding communities. Finally, the Marana Chamber of Commerce will improve and enhance its capability as an organization through infrastructure revitalization. Our organization recognizes that the strides we make internally allow us to give the maximum value externally to our membership through building opportunities for strong connections, to collaborate, and to amplify your business's stories. To ensure those strong connections, just this year we will host nearly 30 dynamic events dedicated to networking and building relationships in the Marana business community. Facilitating those connections is a keystone of the work that the Marana Chamber of Commerce undertakes. To ensure collaborations, business owners and leaders will grow their businesses, find solutions to challenges, and positively impact the community through more than 24 luncheons, workshops, and industry roundtables. Just this year, we have already hosted 2 workforce development forums, bringing together expert panels focusing on talent pipeline development, education, and employer recruitment and retention. To ensure we are a platform to amplify the voices of our membership, you will notice that through all of our social media and digital content, it is our priority to highlight our member businesses and the individuals leading them. As one example, please enjoy hearing from a few of our members about their positive momentum as they look ahead and pay attention to a special announcement at the very end of this video.
We manufacture Type 2.5 Portland cement at this facility, which becomes the foundation of our entire construction economy in Arizona. This year, we hit an all-time new production high record on our Kiln 4, our main kiln line. We are a Marana-based business, and we are a very proud member of the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
The Golden Girls with Southwest Desert Homes is excited to share that we have opened our own brokerage early this spring.
Our vision going forward includes concierge service providing partnership beyond the real estate transaction.
We are Marana Business. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
We are very excited about the expansion of our strength training program this year, as well as continuing to help people of all fitness levels meet their individual goals. We are Marana Business. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
We've been in business here in Marana for 27 years. We have grown to be the largest livestock auction in the state of Arizona. We are Marana Stockyards. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
HSL Properties is proud to announce the newest development in our Encantada line of luxury apartment communities. With a direct economic impact of over $68 million, Encantada Twin Peaks adds the needed workforce housing for the continued development and growth of the town of Marana. We are Marana Business. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Who would have thought that starting 30 years ago while working on a car would have led me to be in this magnificent field? Nosotros somos negocios en Marana y nosotros somos el Chamber de Commerce de Marana.
CTI is proud to announce the groundbreaking 40,000 square foot facility that will house our corporate offices as well as a state-of-the-art maintenance shop. This is the site for the new CTI Incorporated.
Southwest Gas is committed to providing clean, affordable natural gas service safely and reliably. As part of that commitment, we are proud to partner with the Town of Marana and to invest in the community's growth by building an operations center in the Tangerine Commerce Park. We are Marana Business. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Johns Manville is a Berkshire Hathaway company and maker of premium insulation, fiberglass, and other commercial and industrial products. We're proud to be celebrating 50 years as a Marana business. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Bisbee Breakfast Club is looking forward to continuing to serve the wonderful community of Marana with fresh hot breakfast and tasty lunches for many years to come. We are Marana Business and we are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Sears Financial Corporation is proud to bring to Marana the Alexander. It's a technology-based 4-story luxury apartment complex offering amenities that haven't been seen before and hopefully will be standard in the future. We are Marana Business. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Triple L Feed and Supply, a Marana business growing our product and inventory every year for 6 years now, making it better for our community and your animals. We also need a facelift on the front of our building, so you can look for that this year. We are a Marana business. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
We are very excited to be part of this community. So right here at the Marana site, we do the development of new varieties that are going to yield more at the same time with less input, and that they are adapted to all the environments that we have across the world.
We are
Marana Business.
We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
That is strong, current, and meaningful, we are excited to continue to raise the bar on what it means to be a Chamber of Commerce. We are one organization whose strength is that we are made up of a diverse group of more than 500 member businesses. These businesses are led by many of you here today. Thank you. You are here because you care about Marana. You are here because you are dedicated to being a part of the future of Marana. So let's do it, and let's do it together. Thank you.
Great video. Thank you, Amanda. And thank you to all of our speakers. Well, there's so much excitement in the room today, and I'm grateful to be part of it, celebrating our future here in Marana. Now that our guest speakers' portion of the presentation is finished, I would like to re-invite Mayor Honey to join me in honoring the Town of Marana Community Award recipients. Each year, the Town of Marana honors members of the public for their service to the community. Todd McGee has been praised by members of our community for his contributions to the Marana Little League. He finds time outside of his busy work schedule to put kids and families first. As one member of the public told the Town of Marana, quote, "My daughter almost didn't play softball because she was shy and scared. Well, Todd came over and assured her how much fun it was going to be. That was 5 years ago, and now it is truly her passion." He's visited the house. Another parent said, "He not only makes the impossible possible, but he makes Marana a better place for our kids." Today, we recognize Todd for his willingness to go the extra mile to support the Marana community by presenting him with the Branding Iron Award. You want to show it off there, Mayor? We just need some hot coals. Please come on up, Todd, and accept your award. Marana Mayor Ed Honey.
As many of you know, I have been read the teleprompter, so I have extensive notes. You know, it's easy to see how well the town of Miranda is doing because we have partners like Amanda and Brian and Dan. You know, those people working with us make our community so strong. I'm going to run through a few things that are really important and things that are happening in the town of Miranda. First thing I want to talk about is single-family residentials. In January, we had 200 permits. In February, we had 100, and in March, we had 150. 450 new families moving to our community in 1 quarter. People are coming here for a reason. We also have a bunch of new apartment complexes. 7 in the works, 5 are permitted, and I was going to say 3 are turning dirt, but Mr. Rosenbaum and I were out on a tour of the town a couple of days ago, and it's 4 are turning dirt. These are about 250 units each, so about 1,750 new families will be making Miranda their home. A lot of people are very concerned about new housing, new apartments, and the use of water. Well, I'm going to tell you something a lot of people don't know. When you build housing or apartments on farmland, you use 1/3 of the water that farming uses. 1/3. I guess that just makes us a bunch of environmentalists. I want to talk about some of the new roadways in the community. First, Twin Peaks from the Cal Portland Hall Road up over Rattlesnake Pass in the Saguaro Bloom neighborhood. It's being designed right now. It'll be 4-lane, all-weather divided. It'll make it easier to get out of the Saguaro Bloom community. It'll make it easier for people from Continental Ranch to get to the school. And we're very proud of that roadway. We're also doing some work on interchanges in our community. You know, we've done Ina Road, we've done Twin Peaks Road, thank you RTA, you know, for partnering with us on those projects, and those are great interchanges. But we have 6 interchanges in Miranda, and we need to make some changes to more of them. So what we're doing is on Tangerine Road and on Sandario Marana Road interchanges, we're going to do the same thing we did at Cortero. We're adding lanes on the outside of the cement pillars. We're reconfiguring the inside lanes to get another lane. So we're going to add 3 more lanes of traffic through both of those interchanges. We could do that for $6 to $8 million. An interchange can be 50 to 100. So we're really doing some things that we want to do. I want to talk a little bit about Tangerine Road. We have done part of Tangerine Road. Our friends in Oro Valley have done part of Tangerine Road. Our friends in the county have done part of Tangerine Road. And we are now in design on the final phase of Tangerine Road from I-10 up to Twin Peaks. We're designing the entire road. However, we're only going to build about half of it to start with, from the freeway up to past Breakers Road. We have a lot of partners in that as well. Just this last RTA meeting, we were awarded another $11.2 million on this project. So we're very happy about that. We also got a $5 million grant on this road from the state of Arizona. And I want to thank one person. There were many involved, but he worked really hard. Thank you, Senator Venslich. You know, we also did another road. We have communities in far north Miranda that were encapsulated by I-10, the UP Railroad, the CAP, and these projects only had one way in and one way out. That was across the railroad track at a grade crossing and into the intersection on the freeway. communities of San Lucas, Adonis, and Miranda Estates, over 1,000 homes. Our council members decided that that just wasn't going to work. So we spent $4.2 million and extended Adonis Road all the way to Tangerine Road. So now those folks have 2 ways to get out of that community, and we don't have to worry about fire or police or medical services or anybody getting into that community. Why do we spend that money? Because we care about our people. I want to talk about a few parks. The El Rio Park in Continental Ranch has been the El Rio Lake Park for a long time, because every time the river runs large, it floods, and then you have a lake there for a month, and then it goes down, and then it goes away. Thank you for a partnership with Pima County Flood Control to build up the dike between El Rio, the river in Spanish, and the river, so that we could protect that park. And then we made a deal with another partner, Town of Marana Irrigation District. We didn't want to pump potable water into the lake, but we wanted water in the lake. We have signed that deal with Cortero. We are pumping water, and if you go to El Rio Park, you'll see birds and butterflies and all kinds of animals in there drinking, and we now have a lake at El Rio Park. Another thing that we have at El Rio Park is disc golf. People say, oh, that's whatever. Well, on that reserve, we have a disc golf course. There are thousands of people that play disc golf. You ever tried to play it? I can't even hit the tree by the thing that the dish is supposed to go. But hundreds, if not thousands of people play disc golf. They come into our community. They eat in our restaurants, they stay in our hotels, they spend money in our stores, and we're really, really thrilled about all these things happening in El Rio Park. Another park that we're doing a lot of work on is Tangerine Sky. This is a park that if you go down Tangerine Road, you see the beautiful deer that were put together there off the roadway. They're not real, folks. We do have real deer in there, but these are not. We needed to upgrade that park for the northeast part of our community. So what we're going to do in there, we're going to add a splash pad, just like the one in Heritage Park and the one at Crossroads Park. We're going to double the parking. We have a full court basketball there with a 12-foot fence around it to kind of keep the ball on the court, and we're going to put a shade over that as well. And what we're trying to do is we want to serve everybody in our community. We have 10 parks and 2 reserves, and we try to maintain them well. Another park I want to talk about is the Honey Park. The original neighborhood in the town of Miranda was the Honey Heights neighborhood. It started in the 50s, actually the 40s. And we wanted to build a park there. So we ended up building a park close to the Riverwalk and directly contiguous to the Gladden Farms neighborhood. It has a half-court basketball, swings, and a few things. We're going to go in there. We're going to make the half-court a full court. We're going to add more swings. We're going to add more parking. And we're going to build a restroom as well. And for many of us, that's the most important thing if you're out recreating or whatever. So we're gonna fix that park. Another thing I want to talk about is water. You know, we are doing a project with a couple of our partners. It's called the NERDS Project, Northwest Water Retention and Reclamation, and they told me not to try to say it, just say we're partners with Oro Valley and Metro Water. And we're glad to be partners with Oro Valley and Metro Water. We're going to sink wells, we the partnership, out fairly close to Miranda Regional Airport And the reason the wells are going to be sank there is the water table in that area has been coming up for 40 years, not going down. And both Metro and Oro Valley recharge out there as well. You get the recharge from the effluent. And so I'm really looking forward to that partnership. Another thing we did with the water, many of you read about 1,4-dioxins, perfluorinated compounds. I see Mayor Romero shaking her head because she had to shut down about 20 wells. And it was kind of an issue for us because we didn't have the redundancy, so we couldn't shut a bunch of wells down. So what could we do? So we got together, we looked through our water systems. We have 7 separate water systems. We're trying to start connecting them all together to get redundancy. And we said, we've got to do something about this. Well, at first, we thought we needed a system on Saguaro Bloom, and we needed a system on Continental Reserve. And the rest of the neighborhood wells were low enough that we didn't have to do anything. So we kind of did some research because this was a new compound and new things that were going on. We didn't know what we were going to have to do. It was estimated it was going to cost us $12 million. Well, I can tell you we built those 2 systems. Cost was $16 million. Why did we do that? We were not mandated by the state. We were not mandated by the feds. We built those water treatment facilities because we care about our people. My extensive notes are sticking together. I have to make sure I talk about everything. You know, we're putting a tower at Miranda Regional Airport. And people think, well, why do you want a tower? You know that I think Miranda is doing more touches than Ryan Field now. And it's becoming a major airport to serve our region. And so we were going to get a tower in 2007, 8, and 9 during the big recession. And we had done all the paperwork, and we were ready to go. And then the bottom fell out of the economy, and the feds and the state said, see you later, and walked away. Well, we've started that process again. If you're trying to deal with the state and the feds and do it quickly, 5 or 6 years is quickly. So we have been approved for that tower. I'm going to tell you how the tower is financed. Paid for 90% by the feds, 5% by the state, and 5% by us, and we kind of funnel our money through the state. That's a pretty good deal when you pay 5% and get a tower. We are in the process. We think that tower will be ready in 24, could be 25. And another thing about the tower is the people in the tower work for the FAA. They're trained and paid by the FAA. So we get a tower that we paid 5% for. We get personnel to make it safer for our community, and we don't have to pay for them. Pretty good deal. The last thing I want to talk to you about is something that's very dear to my heart and all the council members' heart. Is we did a general plan in 2019, and you asked questions of people, what do you want in our community? 75% of the answers came back. I mean, there were several items they wanted. We want a community center, a rec center, a meeting place. You know, Miranda's 57,000 people now. We need a place to go. So we started looking at that, thinking, well, you know, we might could do that. Well, then at our council retreat last year, we all started talking together and saying, you know, how could we do this? It's going to be quite expensive. How will we do it? Where will we put it? And everything else. To make a long story short, we voted to move forward. That community center will be built at Gaudet and Main Street in North Marana, between MHC Healthcare and basically Station 36 and the new office for Northwest Fire, which I understand we're cutting a ribbon for next month. And that's where we're going to build it. Well, then it came up, well, how are we going to finance it? And we kind of thought, well, Miranda's a really fast-growing community. We have a lot of retail. We're generating some money. We could probably bond for it and pay for it. And then we thought, why should we do that? Let's do it exactly like we did our Miranda Police Department. Let's go out and talk to our HOAs. Let's talk to the Chamber of Commerce. Let's talk to business people. Let's go into churches. Let's go into neighborhoods and do our due diligence and ask people if they'd be all right with us doing a 1/2-cent sales tax for this particular community center. We passed it from the dais. It took effect in January. Didn't get one complaint. Do your homework, tell people what you're going to do with the money and why you need it, and they'll let you do that. So, you know, we're going to do it. Another reason that we decided to do it that way, and I'll give Town Manager Mr. Rosema some of the credit for this, we could have done it with a bond, or we could have borrowed money, or we could have tried to take money out of the general fund. That hurts police, that hurts public works, that hurts parks, that hurts the water department, that hurts everybody else. Why would we punish all of our employees or do a less than adequate job, where I think we're doing a pretty good job right now, and I hope you all agree with that. But, you know, let's fund this some other way. And that's why we did it that way. Let me tell you a little bit about this community center / recreation center / aquatic center. It's going to be about 50,000 square feet, 2-story. It's going to have 3 basketball courts in it. And we toured one. We had our friends up in Goodyear to see how they do it. You can put 2 pickleball courts on a basketball court inside a building. You can put a volleyball court on a basketball court inside a building, or you could do what the court was built for, play basketball. But it has so many uses. It's a 2-story facility that has a walking track on the 2nd story. A lot of seniors like to go walk in places like that. They feel secure. It's, you know, cool in the summer, it's warm in the winter and everything else. When we went to Goodyear, we were up looking at the track, and there were a couple mature ladies walking on the track, and I was standing on the track in front of them. They would have ran over me and left me for dead people. They were coming around. But we're going to build something like that, so people will have a safe place to go walk, a safe place to go do things. And we're very thrilled about that. We're going to have Wi-Fi in this building. And certain parts of the building will be admissible without buying a permit or whatever to be part of the people that use the structure. And what that does is you take like Estes Elementary or Miranda Middle School, and those kids get out early or whatever. They have a safe place to go. It has Wi-Fi. Almost everybody, Dr. Streeter will tell you, everybody in Miranda Unified has a Chromebook anyway. They can do their homework. It's safe if parents are getting off work later or whatever. We're very thrilled about that. All the meeting rooms will have drop-down screens, and there'll be several meeting rooms in there. And it'll be tied to Wi-Fi and a computer. And if you want to come in and do an exercise class, show a video, have a party or whatever, you just plug it in, pull the screen down, show the video. The Aquatic Center is something else. You know, it will have a splash pad, it'll have lap pools, it'll have swimming pools, it will have slides, it will have everything. And I'll tell you, one of the things that people were unhappy with in our community, we only have one pool, and a lot of the seniors like to work out in the pool, and the pool's fairly close to the senior center. So They could go work out in the summer, but we didn't heat the pool in the winter, so they couldn't work out in the winter. So I can tell you, if you have senior parents or friends, this pool will be heated year-round, and they can work out entirely around the thing. It's just something really special, something we want to do for our community. And it also has other uses. Like I said, we're there with Northwest Fire Administration, Miranda Healthcare Administration, Miranda School District Administration. There's so many different things there that when we have our holiday festival, Christmas tree lighting, we can use that. If it's raining or if we need to be inside, it'll have restrooms, it'll have all those facilities. And the basketball court looks like wood, but it's not. So you can play, you know, with tennis shoes all these games that I mentioned before. But if you have a special event and want to use it, you set up tables and you can walk in high heels or whatever you want to do, and it will not damage the floor. So we'll be able to use it for, you know, our holiday festival, our Miranda Founders Day festival, and work with all of our partners in that region. So we decided to spend the money, we decided to take the risk, and why did we do it? We love our people. You know, I have to look through my extensive notes here and make sure I did everything I was supposed to do. I guess I did. You know, a lot of these things, whether it's cleaning up water, or building roads for communities that need it, or expanding our parks, or building a tower for safety at the airport, are done for a reason. And there's people that are responsible for making policy in the town of Marana. And I'd like to recognize those folks right now. And they're all very, very important to me. And I'd ask you to stand when I call your name. Vice Mayor John Post. Councilmember Patty Comerford. Councilmember Jackie Craig. Councilmember Herb Kai. Councilmember Roxanne Ziegler. And Councilmember John Officer. You know, these folks, my peers on the council, are responsible for making policy, but somebody has to organize and enforce policy. And I want to mention two gentlemen, there's several people here I could mention, but they're responsible, and one of them always says, I have 7 bosses, and it's pretty tough, but I told him I have 57,000 bosses. Town Manager Terry Rosemont. And Deputy Town Manager Eric Montague. You know, folks, we've been truly blessed. We're moving forward. I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed our partners. Thank you to Amanda and Dan and Brian and for all the good things they do in our community. We're doing really well. We're growing really fast. Do we always do the right thing? No. But we always try to do the right thing. And if you let us know, we'll try to fix it. I'd like to end today like I always do. God bless the town of Marana, and God bless you, each and every one.